This one, you know these names. There is nothing
Outside.
surprising about
Michael
these two
has won the
facing
ball.
each other
Michael
in a
to
game of
throw
darts,
first.
although maybe it's refreshing to see MVG in the last 16 of a ranking event this year, because it hasn't happened very
60.
often. Come through some real battles. Patrick Herart's averaged more than him, but MVG prevailed 6-4. He also had a real
100.
battle against James Hurrell, which he won 6-4. Played well in that game. But Johnny Clayton has been the player of the day so far. He's only dropped 5 legs in
27.
3 matches. He's averaged over 100 in every single one of them, including a brilliant 111 in his opening game against George Killington. So he is averaging 104.5 for the day. If the Ferret carries on like that, could well pick up his first title of the year. Word of warning, though, Josh Rock was averaging 105 by this stage of the competition yesterday. He improved on that. He averaged a little more than that. Still went out. Mismatched darts.
83.
Winner of this one faces either Martin Schindler, the number 3 seed, or James Wade.
30.
And it is not an auspicious start to this one for MVG, who's had scores of 27 and 30.
60.
Johnny Clayton isn't doing a huge amount, but he's still got a pretty much 140-point lead.
$100. 100.
Clayton's always had this knack when he's playing MVG of raising his game. They have produced some stunning contests.
90.
This their first meeting this year, though. Clayton not in the Premier League. Double 19.
Game
Is
shot.
found by the Ferrets. It is an 18-dart break of throw to start the game. For a man who is still the Welsh number 1. He is ranked above Gerwen Price.
140.
Actually, world number 6 as things stand. Highest ranked player in the world, not in the Premier League.
99.
Closely followed by Damon Heta, who went up to number 7 yesterday. Heta is out of the tournament. He's not going to go back-to-back.
100.
The Heat's beaten by Ricardo Pietrezco, whose reward is a game against Gerwen Price.
78. 85.
A loose last start from Johnny Clayton. Means he's not down to a finish, but Van Gerwen's not going to get to one.
81.
He plays like he did against Herarts. Even if he plays like he did against Owen Bates in round 1, chances are Michael Van Gerwen gets beaten.
100.
To be honest, the way he started, he's not even playing that well.
93. 36.
Ooh. Couldn't follow it.
105. Game shot.
Well, Johnny Clayton allowed to win the opening 2 legs with 6 visit legs. Not a sparkling start from a man who's been on fire so far today, and yet he's still
45.
won the opening 2 legs. And Van Gerwen insistent on giving him a head start in this one as well, by the looks of it.
95.
Not often you see that. I know we're only 2 and a bit legs in, but
97. 125. 139.
a bit more like it from Michael Van
96.
Only reached the quarterfinals once in the Players' Championship Series this year. Hasn't played all of them.
58.
But it is a very disappointing return, and that's a very disappointing visit. Hit 58 and leave 162. You expect that kind of nonsense from Johnny Clayton.
59. 58.
He'll get a shot. It's at the ball. And that is the ball. It's 3-0 with a double break for Johnny Clayton. The socks are being pulled up, but it might take more than that.
$134.
There have been some significant wins for Johnny Clayton against Michael van Gerwen over the years. Beat him in the semi-finals of a European Tour event last year in the Netherlands. In fact, that was right here in
36.
the Autotron, different building that we're in today. But it is the same complex.
100.
That is the last time he beat him. That was back in May last year. Since lost a couple, once at the World Series finals and once in one of these events.
180.
Johnny Clayton hits his first 180 of the match. It is 13 for the day. He is not a big 180 hitter, Johnny Clayton.
46.
But he's hitting one pretty much every other leg. That is a big, big ratio for the Ferret.
119.
And he's getting into his stride here.
60.
The whitewash is a very real possibility.
$24.
Well, this would prevent the whitewash. It could turn the tide. But it's not even close.
27.
He's not even left a good finish.
Game shot.
Double two is found, and it's just 5 and 6 visit legs, and mostly 6 visit legs. Johnny Clayton is being allowed to bully Michael van Gerwen playing his C game.
180. 140.
When MVG did beat Johnny Clayton back in October in one of these events, it was the quarterfinal stages, he went on to take the title. That's the last title he's won. And that's pretty much half a year ago.
60.
Took him 9 months, or 9 or 10 months, 2024 to get a title under his belt.
145.
Within that, there were amazing runs in some of the biggest tournaments in the world. Michael van Gerwen is used to winning things, lots of them.
55.
It's not going to be 6-0, is it?
9.
It's not confirmed yet, but it still shouldn't be.
97. Game shot.
Van Gerwen has a leg, but it is just one, and he needs 5 more.
100. 92. 100. 93. 180.
Second maximum of the game for Johnny Clayton leaves his signature 1-2-1 shot.
84.
You would imagine he's going to go for this, even if it finishes on the bullseye, irrespective of the fact Van Gowen's only halfway down from 501, because it's what he does. And he hits it. 12 darter, proper Johnny the Ferret business, 180 setup, 1-2-1 out. Johnny Clayton is a leg away
40.
from reaching the quarterfinals. He has only lost 6 legs all day.
$125. $119. $140.
Well, he's had some injury problems. We know that, Michael Van Gerwen,
60.
some sort of freak shoulder neck thing that made him pull out of the Premier League night and then the subsequent European Tour event.
100.
But he's been here competing yesterday and today. He went out in round 1 yesterday. He has
55.
produced 1 good game in his 3 wins today. But this is a humbling experience.
60.
But not just one of the greats of darts, one of the greats of modern sport.
95.
Double 8 to end it.
Game shots.
Johnny
and the
Clayton.
match, Johnny Clayton.
Has beaten Michael Van Gerwen 6-1 despite producing his least impressive performance of the day. The Ferret has only lost 6 legs as he has strolled through.